This evening on House and Home, Dr. Ambi talks more on keeping a healthy mind throughout the new year. BSB are back with their monthly update and are kicking off their new year in a big way. It's all about powering up with solar with Brian Bell, and we continue of our best of feature stories for 2013 with our features on the craft market held at the Holiday Inn. A wonderful evening to you all, and thank you for joining us for another House and Home production. Well, teachers out there busy prepping for the start of the new school year. Some schools start this week, while the others start their school calendar year the first week of February. So everyone's busy. On with the show. Last year we took the show out to various locations. Do you remember Stephen Cummings' Orchid Paradise and the Bluff Inn? Well, one other location was the Craft Market, held out at the Holiday Inn. Now if you're looking for a unique gift to give to a family or friend, or whatever the occasion, take a look at this. Now the Holiday Inn Craft Market is located within the Holiday Inn Hotel premises at Waigani in Port Moresby at the Cassowary Gardens. The craft market was set up for the craftsmen and women to display their crafts and artifacts to sell, apart from the hotel wanting to showcase and promote Papua New Guinea's fine traditional arts and craft. Over the years, modern influence has inspired some very unique contemporary pieces. Now before we get to have a look around at the stores here at the craft market, let's understand a bit more about our traditional arts and crafts. A lot of our arts and crafts that are displayed at most craft markets are presented in various traditional forms, one being the tribal artifacts, masks and handcrafts. You'll find, if not most, but all our artifacts are culturally linked. Most of our tribal art takes the forms of carvings, masks, costumes and adornments used in religious ceremonies and festivities, or more functional objects such as bowls, canoes, billums, baskets or weapons. The different provinces produce different kinds of weaponry, inclusive of bows and arrows. But what you will find is that the tribal shields will all have a decorative and spiritual role, just as important as its defensive use. Musical instruments like kundus, flutes and mouth organs are common in the highlands, while the Trobriand Islanders are famous for their elaborate carvings including stylized figures, carved ebony walking sticks and fish bowls inlaid with mother of pearls. In northern New Ireland, a feature of the Mulligan culture are the figurines carved for village burial ceremonies, while in Gulf Province, carved spirit boards are believed to contain the spirits of great heroes and warriors. And then there's a storyboard carved or painted onto bark, illustrating a village's history. Their ornate relief capturing tales of village life and natural treasure of craftsmanship of the Sepik area. Another example of the most creative art is the mask, which vary in styles and designs from region to region. Traditionally, these masks played key roles in ceremonies, but today they're carved for decoration. The National Mask Festival, held normally in July, showcases the many different masks from around the country. Then there are the handcrafts, which make the ideal gifts for any occasion, including for visitors. From the colourful string bags known as billums, to woven baskets, to shell jewellery, to the fine displays of hand-painted tapa cloth from the Oro province. One will always find that unique and perfect gift no matter the occasion. Now I mentioned earlier about the Trobriand Islanders, who are famous for their elaborate carvings, including stylized figurines, carved ebony walking sticks and fish bowls inlaid with mother of pearls. Now you'll find these at practically any craft market here in the city. Here at the store we have Trobriand Islanders from Mutawa Village.
Koega, I'm from Mutawa Village in Trobriand Island. Mutawa is a little award, LLG. I sell the carvings in here.
Okay.
Some of the carvings I brought it from home. Some of them I carve myself.
Okay.
I carve it here and sell it.
Okay. Can you tell the viewers a little bit more about how you make the carvings? What sort of wood you use and the significance?
The wood is it's very expensive. It's ebony wood. We bought it from Woodlock Island.
Okay.
But that ebony wood is from Woodlock Island.
Okay.
But the other logs are Quilla, rosewood and Crescent. That's most expensive woods that we use to carve cabins. There's three types of ebony. One is a queen ebony, one is a stripe ebony, and one is woodlock. Woodlock is like yellow type, red and yellow. And queen ebony is pure black. Striped ebony is black and red. This is queen ebony. It's very expensive. That's what we charge tourists and other people. It's very expensive. And this is a striped ebony. That's any price that we're going to charge them. And woodlock is very rare. Only some find it, otherwise only striped ebony and queen ebony.
Okay.
The design is from our ancestors. They show us from generation to generation, and we follow the same design. But it got a name. I myself, I don't know the names because it's finishing now. I don't know names, but we can copy the designs, and now it's going on and on. But in olden days, it got a names on all designs. We put the shells, these are seashells, and we break them into pieces, and we smooth it and put it on a cabin to make it more decorate. Well, some of them are there very smart, only 2 days, 3 to 3 days. But for ebony, it's a very hard wood. It will take you a week before you break it into. Yeah. Not like quilla and rosewood, it's very easy to carve. But as for ebony, it will take you time to finish the ebony. Some of these items we use it as in olden days, especially bowls. Okay, bowls. We when special feasting, okay, they use bowls to put the foods and then present to the other side of our friends. Yeah. So we use bowls to. But otherwise, some of them no. That's for decoration. Fish carvings. There's a new generation. They're carving on fish. They saw it in the book and they carved this one just for decoration or to make the tourists, to attract the tourists to buy it. How to carve carvings before they used to, all old people, they make water and then they give beetroot nut, they with their sons and they chew or they drink and then they become more clever to carve carving. Yeah. You can't stay and you carve carving, you can't carve carving. Yeah.
The craft markets in PNG are such a delight to go to, and they're hosted every month throughout the year. We'll have more on our feature on the craft market a little later on in the show. And after the break, Dr. Ambi joins us with more on mental health. See you in a moment.
Viewers, me like welcoming you all get a straight law mental health segment, one time house and home. This la year na me thinking law change him life blow you me or same law make him live long and have a good and happy life. Any important true law, can sit down lo one pla hap, na Christ up and worry too much. Na this la passing walk blow papa go them you me yet by kissing this la birua come up lo life blow you me na sit down lo one pla hap na feel him hamamas inside lo life lo you me can change him life lo mental health na physical health good through so that you can stay hamamas through na come up with some good pla family member lo hamamas family member lo give him good pla motivation na inside lo all lo pikinini na all line blow you too all by hamamas one time you. So how now you me can stay hamamas? So all same lo this la evening me like talk or some New Year's tips still me talk or same lo to improve our mental health. How can we improve our mental health and stay mentally healthy to keep up our resolutions too? one goal you got, you must achieve him. So there are some tips that our mental health to improve for a betterment. Well, we need to relieve bad stress. You may got plenty stress and stuff and come up lo all kind way lo life lo me, and also you want to keep up your resolutions, or you want to keep up what you want to do in your life for 2014. In order to do that, you and I have to stay mentally healthy. Because if you are not mentally healthy, you can get physically ill, you can get kind sick, high blood pressure, lifestyle diseases like also cancer, or you can get some blood sugar increase, heart problem, kidney problem. So how can we improve our good mental health? Well, New Year's tips to improve our good mental health. Number one, straight awesome, set a reasonable goal. Me talk last segment, penis awesome. What are we going to achieve this year? You must have some kind of goals in your life. You know, sleep, care up, pining well, or walk about, go life, got meaning, this way. You must get some goal or achieve at the end. Number one, true. Number two, keep up some time for yourself. So how can we improve our good mental health or keep good mental health throughout the year? You must keep some time for yourself. Many times we are all pulled from here and there by everyone, and work and children and charity, all kind of things we do. So what I wanted you to do something that you can enjoy. At least keep 1 hour or some time. Keep something for yourself. It's very important. Okay. Number three, personal activities. Now keep us detached from all other activities which is surrounding you, which is not really fulfilling, relaxing, and you must get your mind is free, and you must have some dreams, and you want to set something up. You must have some personal activities which you have. Set a time for yourself. At least spend 1 hour for your own self. You can change him. It can, because there are chemicals which will be produced when you are very happy and enjoying something you're enjoying, and those chemicals can keep you hamamaslo brain straight. Number 4 point is to adequate sleep. Plenty time you may get walk pinis or gammon or sit down or watch him TV or play cards about, not kiss him good plus sleep, or working very hard. It's a time for me to tell you, just not because you're tired or this kind of you don't sleep. I want to tell you, if you have a good sleep, at least 6 to 7 hours a day, then your mental health will be good. If you have a poor sleep, it increases stress level. And then what happens, you don't know what is happening. You make yourself irritable, concentration goes down, and you're low in productivity. Well, number 5 point you must think is the exercise. Well, everyone tells you wherever you go, exercise at least 30 minutes a day or 3 times a week. It is very important to circulate, because when you exercise, there are chemicals which are produced in your brain, which keeps you very good mental health. So to have healthy mind, exercise will improve your physical health and get rid of your lifestyle diseases, and also you stay mind is beautiful and you will do beautiful things. Number 6 point is to have good nutrition. Well, I always say good nutrition is important. You may spending more time pining, all kind of sweet drink and kind drinks about pull up low sugar and about now all oily food all kind shops now you may buy. It is important to get even at least a bit of aupa or liquid cacao or liquid apples or nougat apples, plenty vegetables, fruits and about. It really gives you good health for your physical and mental health. Number 7 point is to reduce alcohol and drugs. So if you're drinking a lot of alcohol, maybe this year you may have to reduce harmful use of alcohol. It is important because alcohol has got direct effect on your brain itself, so it causes mental health problem as well as physical health problem and law and order problems and social problems, and many things are happening. Especially young girls are drinking, home brew is increasing. It's a time for you to say no, and the people in the house must take effort to stop this thing within your loved ones who is going in this issue. I'm not telling you not to enjoy alcohol, having a glass of wine or a bottle of beer or whatever for relaxing, just one or two, but I'm talking about abusing, misusing alcohol does cause mental health problem. Reduce that, and also reduce chewing buai. Buai is a drugs, like drugs such as marijuana or buai. Now this kind you must stay away. It is not for good mental health. And also we will see that as if you can reduce your smoking, well, you actually live long. With all these things you can live long and be very productive in your family. The last one is the spirituality. Well, all these things can happen, and we are a Christian nation, and there are other religious people around, and I'm sure every religion teaches what we have to know is God is greater than all of us, and improve your spirituality. If you haven't been to a church in your life, find a good Bible-based church and go and get more help from the truth. Truth is important. So, well, viewers, you have heard that to stay good mental health or improve mental health is very, very important in order to be productive and to have good relationships and to improve your quality of life, and also to increase your expectancy so that we all can make our country good plus straight. Well, this evening me talk law improving good mental health, how we can improve good mental health. Me time lo you me lo take little time out and look into every aspect of our life and think that life is only once and there is no second chance. Well, if you do any little things you have a chance, but there are diseases, if you get it, like cancer, renal failure, heart problems and things, only Papa God can change him. But let's prevent. Prevention is always better than cure. Well, we will take care. Now this time me like asking you plan no got thinking plenty good plus something you kiss him time now change your life or do some changes today and stay mentally healthy. Until next segment, me ask him Olgata, take care. Now look out me play good through now your physical and mental health. Now you me learning more about mental health. Until then, take care and bye bye now.
Coming up next, Rosemary kicks off with BSB's plans for 2014.
BSP is expanding the largest branch network in the South Pacific with new containerized branches. New ideas, new technology, new service. Where it's needed, we go where the other banks don't. To the most remote regions in PNG and the South Pacific on a mission to bring banking to the people. BSP's containerized branches. BSP, it's how we bank.
Good evening, viewers, and welcome to BSP's first House and Home segment for 2014. This year will be another exciting year of product launches, extension of BSP services, and continuation of our community projects and support to various events around the country. Well, it's this time of the year where parents are preparing their children for school in the couple of weeks' time. Now, to assist parents, we have the personal loan to help with school fees or project fees, stationery needs, uniforms, airfares, and other important requirements to get your children started on a high note. Now, the personal loan offers a fast loan approval of 48 hours. The customer will be notified via an SMS alert to his or her mobile phone once the loan is approved. The customer, upon receiving the approval, can immediately call into the branch and sign the personal loan contract for funding to proceed. Secondly, it has flexible repayment terms with a minimum repayment term of 6 months to a maximum of 5 years and is structured to suit your income capacity. BSP Personal Loan also has a very competitive interest rate in the market, and you have the option to seek additional loan funds once you have repaid 3/4 of your existing loan. Now I know you want to know your requirement to apply for personal loan. Well, our minimum requirements are set to help in obtaining a loan become easier. Only 3 basic requirements. Firstly, your latest pay slips. Second, your confirmation letter. And third, your super fund ID or a statement. And these are the documents that would be necessary to apply for a personal loan for your back-to-school needs. So you parents out there, visit your nearest BSP branch and apply for a personal loan to help with your kids' back-to-school needs. Now we move into our community projects. Now over the festive season, I know most of you have taken that well-deserved holidays. Well, it was not the case for our branch staff who tirelessly continued through the festive season to prepare for community projects in their respective branches. This year, a total of 37 community projects will be conducted by BSP around the country. Now, out of these 37, 5 community projects have already been approved to start. Aitape branch is the first branch in the Sundown province, and they will be renovating the Nalu College of Distant Education basketball and volleyball courts. Over in Daru Island, the staff will upgrade the Daru Town basketball court. In Morobe province, the 3 branches have combined to construct a new kids recreational park at National Forest Service. And over in the New Guinea Island, East New Britain province, the Rabaul and Kokopa branches have once again combined to renovate the Nari Nursery Greenhouse in Karavet. The 5th project approved will be conducted by our BSP First team, who for the first time will participate in delivering a community project. They will be renovating the basketball and the volleyball courts at Murray Barracks here in the nation's capital. Now you will realize that most of our community projects mentioned are sports-oriented. As BSP, the official sponsor to the 2015 Pacific Games, we are encouraging more sports participation in various communities in lead up to the Pacific Games by renovating or constructing new sporting facilities and even donating sporting equipment. Now, speaking of sports, I have here with me our BSP brand ambassador, Ryan Pinney, the champion in the water. Ryan, good evening and thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Rosemary, and hi to all the viewers.
Now, Ryan, 2015 is just around the corner next year. Now, what's your preparation?
Well, there's not long to go. It's only a year and a half until the Pacific Games. So, basically for me, it's in the water, training fairly hard at the moment, but I'm going to build that up. So this year is all about building up towards next year and getting in as much racing as I can and experience in that racing field as well as getting my body back into shape. So looking forward to it, but it's going to be very tough.
You have some competitions lined up for this year going into 2015. What major competitions you will be looking at?
Yeah, we've got some local competitions in Moresby and in Ley, which will be sort of selection trials for both Oceania Championships and Commonwealth Games. I'm not too sure yet whether I'll be racing at Commonwealth Games. It'll depend on how I race at our national titles. But my main focus really at the moment is 2015 Pacific Games, and that's where I really want to be at the top of my game once again, and hopefully do the country proud. And so everything's geared up towards that. But still looking at doing a lot of competitions, both here, Australia, and maybe internationally if I get the chance.
Now, what's so special? 2015 will be a special event for you. What's so special about it?
Well, I mean, for one, it's at home. It's in Port Moresby here, so it's going to be a great opportunity for all the fans and everyone that wants to come out and watch PNG, do their thing, win some gold medals hopefully, and do their thing. So it's going to play a big part in my career. It's going to be one of my biggest competitions. Not only that, it will be my last big event. I'll retire after that, so it's going to be sad and tough, but I think it's the right sort of time to do that, particularly being at home. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to having that one last send-off at home.
Thank you, Ryan. Thank you so much for joining us, and I'm sure the rest of Papua New Guinea will be behind you, and Toya Wisil as well, our another BSP brand ambassador. And we wish you all the best in your preparation and your competitions throughout this year going into 2015.
Oh, thank you, Rosemary. Thank you, BSP, and thank you everyone for watching.
BSP is expanding the largest branch network in the South Pacific with new containerized branches. New ideas, new technology, new service. Where it's needed, we go where the other banks don't. To the most remote regions in PNG and the South Pacific on a mission to bring banking to the people. BSP's containerized branches. BSP, it's how we bank.
Yes, the 2015 Pacific Games is only months away, and we wish all participating athletes all the best in their respective training in preparation for the Pacific Games, as well as the upcoming championships in Glasgow this year. Coming up after the break, you'll need to pay close attention to this. 2 products that will change the way people live in villages, settlements, and even in town areas across the country. That's coming up in our Brown Belt segment right after these messages.
Hey, hey, Mr. B.
Good evening and welcome to another Brown Belt segment on House and Home. I'm your host for the evening, Bill Neal. Tonight's episode is really very important. I need you to pay close attention because I'm about to introduce you to some products that are exceptional. These floor products by Sensim Life Blue Mulgeta. Benefiting helping blame by helping me more yet. So please give me your full attention as I introduce you to a life-changing Brown Bell and Esco product. I'm going to talk about 2 products this evening that will change the way people live in the village, change the way people live in the settlements, and change the way we live in town. Apart from the product features available, the product itself will become essential. It is a high-quality product, it saves you money, and you'll be amazed at how affordable it is. Tonight I'll be talking about solar panels. The big one is a 45-watt solar house lighting kit, but just as impressive one is a 6-watt solar portable lighting kit. Here are the kits and the accessories that they come with. The 6-watt portable lighting kit comes with a 6-watt solar panel, a power pack, 2 LED lamps with 10-meter cables and an on and off switch, mounting parts, and 6 helpful mobile phone adapters. The 45-watt solar house lighting kit comes with a 45-watt solar panel, a 10-amp charge controller, 20-amp battery, and super bright LED lights. As you can see, these products are well accessorized and easy to use because once you've pulled them out of the box, they are ready to use. The 6-watt solar kit does not need any setting up, whilst the larger 45-watt solar has frames to stand up on. It's as simple as this. So you can see these kits are well equipped and very easy to set up. You can use them to suit your needs. The portable solar kit can be used for boating, camping and fishing, but in the PNG market, they will play a greater role in the village. For a great price, you can purchase a long-lasting source of energy. The panel is robustly built, which means it's strong, and the LED lights will last for as long as you take care of them. They won't break. With a 10-meter cord, you can run lights into 2 separate rooms and enjoy that convenience. The panel even works under low sun conditions, like when it's overcast, so that it is a reliable source of energy. I ran a little test to see how well these products perform. The results were as I expected. The portable kit has 2 LED lights which use little power. I ran the portable kit in my office for 2 days, from 7 AM to 5 PM in the afternoon, and 3 hours the next day before the unit cut out. So that's about 23 hours. That's without any charge going into the panel. Therefore, if you run it at night for 6 hours each evening, say from 6 PM to midnight, it will run for 4 days before you are even in the dark. So to conclude the test, it's safe to say that the portable kit is energy efficient. The big kit can run for at least 3 days without charge in the same time frame, 6 to midnight. Of course, as soon as you expose the panel to light, it will start refilling the solar energy. The panel comes with batteries which store the sunlight that the panel collects. The small panel has a 6.5 AH battery. AH simply means amp hours. This means that it will supply 6.5 amps for an hour when charged. That's a good size. The bigger one has 20 amp hours, so it's 3 times the size. When the panel has used its reserve, it can start drawing from the battery, meaning that you will have no more dark nights, ever. Unless of course you choose not to, in which case you just turn the lights off using the on-off switch. Let's see how well these lamps light up the room. Let's take a look at the portable kits first. With 2 lights and 10 meters of cable, you can have your power pack in a central area and run your lights to different rooms. Look at how effective these lights are. And because it's solar, you're saving money, because all you need to do the next day is feed it some more sun. This kit comes with 6 mobile phone chargers for all the major brand phones. So now you won't have to find alternate ways of charging your phone, like connecting it to the generator, for example. Because of the control panel, it's easy to leave the lights in place and just charge both the panel and restore the levels in your 20 amp battery. Free electricity? Well, almost, but not quite. See, you pay the initial low cost, and I say low because the quality service it's going to give you over the years will save you money and effort when you consider how much you spend on fuel for generators or kerosene for lamps. You do the maths and see how much you will save. Head down to your nearest ESCO branch. We are PNG's largest wholesaler in lighting, electrical fittings and solar panels. We are all over the country and are PNG owned, so we cater to a market that we understand. No more dark nights, no more loud generators costing you money for fuel, or no more charging your phones on gensets, walking around the place hunting for kerosene at night. Improve your standard of living and save yourself some money. Sounds good? Sounds great. Head down to ESCO and check out their wide range of LED products, solar panels and everything electrical. Choose Brian Bell and ESCO for a brighter future. Great products, great prices. That's Brian Bell. See you all next week.
Best price, best quality, guaranteed at Brian Bell.
Right on, Mr. B.
More on the craft market in a moment. Welcome back. Earlier on in the program, we showed the first part of our craft market feature story. For those of you who enjoy these events, the monthly craft markets in Port Moresby at different venues will commence in February. They're usually the Holiday Inn, the Moresby Arts Theatre and Ella Beach and the IEA premises. For the outside regions, check for flyers, your public notice boards or the venues where they regularly hold craft markets for dates. Here's part 2 of our craft market feature for 2013. Okay, I've just made myself comfortable here in this little corner that sells these beautiful tupper prints. These prints are from the Oro province and have a little story behind them.
My name is Florence Bonari. I'm from Oyako village. It's a Maisen village in the Tofi district of Popondeta. We are known for printing, knitting and printing tupper cloth. Tupper cloth is unique to the Oro province. The province has different materials, different bark, different designs, and we know when we see the designs, we know what part of the province they come from. My people have this tupper cloth. This is the one that's a lot of people know about this tapa cloth. They see it and they think that this tapa cloth belongs to, these prints belong to the whole of the Oro province, but it is not.
Okay.
These designs, these prints are specific to the Maisin people of Oro province. So our designs they're like this. Some of them have borders like this, and there some don't, and they have dots like these ones here. Traditionally, the tapa was only printed, beaten by women. Men were not allowed to do that. It was a sacred practice that was done by the women of our area. Until just recently, men also started getting involved. So here you see that the dots here are big. Again, some parts of the province don't have dots on the tapa. Some parts have the design smaller. So this is again another type of tapa that belongs to the people of Popondetta or Oro province. And traditionally, this is the only form of tapa that's used. You either tie it around you, that females use, or or the men have. The designs that you see out here now, that's with sew bags and caps and purse and all those little accessories, they don't have stories behind them. They are not designs that they're designs that they don't mean anything. We have our clan designs, and our clan designs are not to be sold. Even as a friend, I cannot give it to you. If I belong to this clan, it is the right to that design is forfeited when I marry into another clan. So most of the tapa cloth that's sold outside here, our Maisin tapa that is sold, don't have meaning to them. The tapa cloth with designs that have meanings, they are sacred and they're kept within our own clans and tribes. But then again, in the village you have, each family would have their own style of design, but it's not only for them. It's just a design. It's just like the paintings, like you have. People stick to one type of style,
that's the signature.
Kind of, like a signature kind of design. So that's how people easily see online. Otherwise, different designs. These ones, the Maisin people call it bubusi. That's the traditional name that they call tapa cloth. The one down there from the Ewage Coast people call it tarebo. And then the inland people, our inland people, Orokawa people, they call it harepo. So that's so different parts of the province has different
things.
Styles, and so they call it different
things.
Tapa cloth is really, it's a laborious work. You have to plant that tree. After that tree gets to that maturity, or to that when you feel that it's time to be harvested, then the bark is cut out. It's chopped out and it's beaten. You sit down with something heavy and you just continuously beat it until it gets big. A little water is put on the hand, just a little water put, and then you put it on top of the cloth, and you beat it so it doesn't break easily. So eventually it gets to, the beating can take like 4 hours. It just goes on forever. Me trying person useless city, so I just beat it for a little while and I had very sore hands, so I don't beat it anymore. I only help when it's time to design. And my sister-in-laws are really expert at this, so I let them do the designs. So the brown bark, the brown dye, that's also bark of another tree. So you just stick the bark into water and then boil it, and then that
creates the dye,
makes the color brown.
What is this? What is the main? What tree is this? What kind of tree? Which bark of which tree?
It's That tree is only found in our area.
Okay.
I don't know the traditional name for it, but I think the name Rubusi has something to do with the name of the tree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I think, but that's something I'll have to ask my village elders when I go back home. Yeah. So after it's after the dye is, the bark is boiled and the color comes out, that's when the dye is added.
And this, okay.
The black one is charcoal. Yeah, that's from the coconut shell, burnt coconut shell. Just burn the coconut shell and you get water, a little bit of water enough to make it a paste, and then you can mix them. The black marks are drawn around and the dots are put on them. Yeah. So after it's beaten, it's dyed, it has to be out in the sun, and then it gets hard.
Okay.
So the paint dries out. Okay. After it's dried out, it's folded away. It's ready to be used. I got this from Buna. I got this from Buna. It was given to me as a gift. Because the ladies there, they know that I sell tapa, so they hope that I can also gain an interest from the public to buy tapa from
them as well.
that side. Yeah. Because most of the tapa that's sold is the dotted ones from the mycin tapa. Not a lot of people know about this tapa, but it is still there and we use it.
Okay. Now over here we've managed to find some paintings, and these are some beautiful pieces of art. You'll find that quite a number of local artists are naturally gifted and are self-taught. Their paintings capture a world where traditional culture was strong, where legends and myths were the sacred stories that were passed through generations that kept the heritage alive and thriving.
Miet mimblo chimbu na miet mino one platis man but mi one pla village man. So long 1994 mi pinikam tamblo liya. Now all money been paint but all too much all in paint. Now one pla fara blomi nemblang mi Matias Kawage and been paint lo here na. I think 3 or poblamangi only been paint long and mi binikam kamat. Na mi look him. Na mi biniko around lo crab market mi bin looking this la. All I work blow but kind size painting or some 2 meter by half or half meter by half meter only salim long 200-300 you go end up. Now you end up 1,000 also. So before you know got painting too much. So me look this la na me look me high blow me off leak. Na me talk also me get meeting in the mind blow me meeting him also. This play I mean one play ABC number me writing number me fail. I'm blocking some paint number so long put me call lapla number paint meeting in this la. So then me age blow me over long 25-30 years. So then me thinking blow me strong now. So then me buy more material number. Me paint he coming up now. So me been starting long 1994. He coming up now and me 2013. So now me paint me me go paint this up. So all painting blow me line up me go down all same. Me no school. School yes me school, but I mean drop out look great tricks. Now me no school long art. So this art they become a talent na gift. So me been work. So plenty painting, plenty artists and competition come up. But me play paint now. So kind idea start thinking. You will look me but thinking step inside. You will come out in this film long 10 years. And then by you look him. Anybody can look him na by. So this is painting. I will call him stickman painting. But I'm contemporary art. So this is painting and meaning blame yourself. And sing group. So this is sing group 2 for 6 months. I'm representing all 6 islands province. So only singing fighting kundu drum about this stuff all but you can look at reaction below this la painting. All you can sana pavim like man, but this la yamamas in the so is a big scout about my dance. And this la kind of awesome. So painting you like also me money working long end. Me blame working nothing. Me blame working below attracting more customer. Long all you can laugh smile yamamas now. Painting only like him all back and by Maria. You told me color painting nothing. Painting long scratch never step long but I'm all by Maria. This is a painting me long acrylic. Now me long painting and acrylic paint. Na kaligo material lap ya me working.
How much plamun?
Me been taking 1 month lo disla kan painting. But acrylic can you put them kaligo yet and still by dry gum. Na oil base you working and still by you wait so then taking time na by also 1 month or kind of 1 month 2 weeks na about by you working. So this line me can take me 3 weeks lo completing this line. Me like greeting customer and yourself. This line you represent in 5 islands province. Okay. And then this la painting and me putting me go long carving style. What you are looking civic also working ma DIY carving ya. Me transfer me go painting and me put me canvas again. But you can look him also many carving but and painting. So this la painting and me working long lap ya and me calico na painting and me oil based painting. Na all color culture money and me rounding. Pictures and stuff, unbend stuff, clay pot stuff, wood drum stuff, headband stuff, na kinasel stuff, tonex stuff, or nervous celia.
Okay.
And traditional money blue you mean. So, be what Tumbuna Blumi plays in this about white money, Gami Black independence, and then all cancel in this something of this, and then all Salim Kinatoy, now you missing Kinatoy stuff. And then lo this me like grease him customer too. Me put him country. PNG map you can have long and stuff. You look him now, but you can look him for one guinea map too one day. So this is campaigning and meaning learn yourself.
You'll also find jewelry and inspired clothing designs, baskets as well as billums of all sorts. These billums have multiple uses, not just used as a handbag, but it can be used as a market bag, shopping bag, and the larger ones have been used as a baby's cradle. We'll be back with more on House and Home in a moment, so stay watching. Welcome back. Everyone's touched on New Year's resolutions, and even I've mentioned something on getting fit and healthy as on top of the list for some, if not most of you. Now, I've been doing a lot of research over the past weeks on healthy living and what will best work for me, and talking to friends who are well advanced in that area of fitness and health. And one particular item that I noted that they all have in common is green tea. Now, I know the significant value of this herbal tea, but what I didn't realize is that it has become a must-have in an increasing number of households. So I decided to do a little bit more research on this wonder tea. Here's something for you to consider, and it has quite a great deal of health benefits, and I know a lot of our fit and healthy oldies have been taking green tea for years. Besides the common known properties such as antioxidants, anti-aging, improving the immune system, reducing cholesterol levels, and preventing hypertension, green tea has properties that helps concentration and boosts weight loss. But you can't just drink green tea on its own to shed the kilos if you're aiming to lose the weight in a big way. You've got to still put in the hard yards and exercise. Because it has all the amazing properties for your health, green tea has been proven to raise energy within you and burn fat. And not only does green tea replace fluids you lose, but it also contains the antioxidants you need that also helps burn the fat. That was a point I thought I'd share with you. Now, for more on green tea and its wonderful benefits, do take the time to research and read up more on it and learn more. In fact, do more research on healthy living, and if you're dieting, always seek your doctor's advice and get to know your body and what works for you and what won't. Not every diet is suited to everyone. I'm more of a believer in moderation. The same for exercising. Check your health and know the status of your sugar levels, your blood pressure. That way you can tailor your exercise regime to suit your level of health fitness. And next week on House and Home, Chef Barry whips together a classic dessert on Zen cooking. Origin Gas are back continuing with their safety campaign. Norman of Pims talks more in education. Bill Neal has more great quality buys to share with us, available only at Brian Bell. And we run our final Best Ofs feature story for 2013, the St. John Ambulance. Well, some schools start their first term this week and some next week. All the best to all students around the country on their schooling year. Make this year a great academic year. Until next week, from the House and Home crew and myself, it's good night.